We are in hour 15 of the government shutdown, and the political finger-pointing and tantrums are at a fresh peak. A vote to fund the government on the Senate floor a short time ago was the second one, was a spectacular fail. The biggest sticking point at this hour remains the same as what triggered the closure in the first place. The Democrats want the GOP to promise to extend Obamacare premium tax credits. Is their deal, any deal, in sight? Let's go straight to our congressional guru, Chad Pergram, who's chasing down his sources on Capitol Hill. What are they saying, Chad? Any vote on the way?
Well, during that vote, no, we're not going to have any more votes right now. No more votes until Friday because of Yom Kippur, the Jewish holiday that starts tonight at sundown. But during that vote series on the floor, there was a coalition of bipartisan senators who went to the floor and were talking back and forth. There's a little bit of chatter right now about trying to find a way out of this cul-de-sac. Every time you get into a shutdown, that's when people say, oh, we're here, let's try to figure a way out of it. And one of the people who was kind of shuttling back and forth was Ruben Gallego. He is a freshman Democratic senator from Arizona. He's a moderate, and I chased him down in the halls just a little bit ago. Listen.
Look, the conversation we're having is just the beginning conversation about what a compromise could look like. Nothing's been reached, but there are some Republicans that earnestly want to solve this. We've now passed the first threshold of the military called contact, and now we're talking to each other, and we'll see what goes from there.
They're discussing a shorter interim spending bill. Bipartisan senators have interest in extending health care subsidies. However, there are starting to be cracks in the Democratic ranks. 3 Senate Democrats have now voted for the GOP plan to fund the government.
It was important for me to vote against a shutdown, but I also think this was an issue that needs to be addressed by the administration. I think the American public is looking at Congress and saying, what are you doing? We solve these problems.
But some top Republicans are not willing to discuss health care subsidies at all right now. They say this is an issue for later in the year.
This is an extraneous matter right now. What the Democrats are doing is trying to grab a red herring. They're trying to bring in a December policy decision. They're trying to bootstrap that and bring it into this very simple, very clean decision of a September funding stopgap. Don't buy it.
Now, the House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, he was just asked about that comment by House Speaker Mike Johnson, calling this a, quote, extraneous issue. And he says it's not an extraneous issue, the health care issue. He said that is a central issue. And also Hakeem Jeffries says that President Trump is engaging in unserious behavior as they try to solve this government shutdown. Back to you.
I like how you called it a cul-de-sac. Which doesn't mean there's no exit.
That's what it is.
There's there is an exit in a cul-de-sac.
And that usually only means there's one way out. Yes, that's the other thing, unless you cut through somebody's backyard or something.
Yeah, and then there are trespassing problems there. Chad, thank you very much. Interrupt us if you get anything breaking on this story.